What's up, everybody, and welcome back to McGee's Garage, the most underrated channel in all of YouTube. And today we are doing another video. How many videos have I got now? Too many. We're working on this thing, back on the Dentside grind, right? So I got some different wheels and tires, just some Mustang wheels and some low pros for 17s, because these 19s aren't going to work even though they're on low pros. They just rub really bad. I kind of made a couple sacrifices on getting the front of the truck forward to a certain extent, so the core support would clear the trans cooler and the AC stuff, and it's literally as far back as it can go to do that. And now the wheel's just a little bit too far back, so I'm going to try these wheels. They should work out okay. It's been threatening to rain, but it's only sprinkled, so I don't think it's really a huge issue right now. It's just been real thundery and stuff. I gotta do this while there's still cloud cover out, because the weather lately has been insanely hot. You know, I don't even know why this little tab is here. It's like they were gonna put like a rubber inner fender on these, but to my knowledge, these trucks never came with rubber inner fenders. You only got the metal ones that are all the way up top that hold your battery and stuff. So I don't even know why the heck it's there, but that's besides the point, I guess. Dance Life, I'd like to shout out my boy Johnny for mounting these tires up for me. He's a good buddy of mine. Oh, you son of a bitch. I got a leaky valve stem here. Oh, looks like we might be redoing that one. I love Mustang wheels on these trucks because they look good. They have good style Mustang wheels, and they're super cheap. And you can pick them up anywhere. Like if you have Facebook Marketplace, you can get a set of Mustang wheels that day for like 300 bucks. Let's see. Ooh. Well, I guess we'll fire it up and see if we can actually turn around now. With those 19s, it was basically undrivable, and these are about probably 2 inches shorter. Oh, wow. Just a little bit of rub at full lock. I will absolutely take that. And my steering column feels good. Huh. Whoa. Did I just... My transmission cable just fell off. Yeah. See? I can't have anything nice. Oh man, I can't have anything. Can't even have one freaking moment of peace. Well, pimping was easy, everybody would do it, I guess. All right, so I just figured it out. Under the dash, there's this little keeper thing for the shifter cable, and I guess I knocked that out of its spot. So now I think I'm all right. Well, that's what it looks like. It's pretty low. I'm astonished how low this truck is coming out. It's, for a Dentside, it is freaking low. So I took the Ranger and put up all the wheels and tires that I had out. And I'm gonna grab the tractor, see if I can move my frame around to get it from out there all the way into here where I can lift the bed off. And then after that, I gotta shorten it. I gotta cut it 8 inches, which I'm gonna remeasure just to be sure. Last time I moved this, it was with the big tractor. So let's see if the little tractor will. If it doesn't, it's whatever. I'll just come back to this another day. My tires are spinning. All right, so we need 4x4. All right. Yeah, this ain't too bad. I don't know how I'm gonna get it pointed the right direction for the lift, but we'll see. Well, that's not very cool. I could have sworn I put a lug nut on that. Well, that sucks. I guess I'm gonna grab other wheels. I put the Mustang wheels on. Turns out the lug nuts I was using weren't the right thread, and it just was like just barely off, and they got pulled off as soon as I got tension put on them. So that's cool. And I took some slack out of the chain, so hopefully that gives us a slightly better result. Straighten her out. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can work with this right here. This is good. I got the bed here. A couple things I got to do. This is kind of a little rusty, so I'm still debating on if I want to pop this out, you know, just drill out the spot welds and then shorten the bed and raise the bed floor, or if I just want to go full race car and just do bed sides. I don't really have an issue with it. I've danced around it long enough. I'm gonna start preparing and marking this bed out to cut. First thing I'm gonna do is run a level on the bed, make sure it's level, move some stuff back. I think I'm gonna take 8 inches out of it. Let's grab a big level, see what we can get into. And we're doing this with a cutoff wheel for a little bit more of a clean cut. The plasma cutter is great, but it's not really for something like this. Gonna give it a shot. It's not like I can make that bed any worse. Well, funny enough, it appears to be level, just how it is. That's good enough for my house, I guess. That's actually crazy. This thing's sitting dead level, but it doesn't look like it. This is the most square Dentside bed I've ever seen, and it's rusted out. I just measured and remeasured. I measured my Dentside on the Vic. I measured this bed. I measured our shop truck out there, and turns out instead of 8 inches, I have to cut out 6 inches. So I'm really glad I remeasured. Not sure what happened when I measured initially. Maybe, I don't know, Mercury might have been in retrograde that day. I don't know, but we're going with 6 because I can always make it 8. If stuff doesn't work out, I can always make it 8. So, but we're gonna go with 6. And considering the truck's dead level, I'm just gonna run a bar, like a straight edge across the bed, make a plumb bob, and lay some tape out, see where we get. Got my plumb bobs laid out. Had to zip tie them up because they were actually a little bit too long on the string here. I got a pretty dead straight line right down the side of the bed. I'm gonna lay a tape line down parallel to this line right at where I need to cut it, and I'm gonna cut right on the outside of the tape where the string is, and I'm gonna mark it again while I got everything set up here. Just easy as that. I hope. So my plan is I'm gonna cut the bed on the inside first so I can be outside of it while I cut it and it kind of flops or whatever. So the issue with that is I can't figure out how to run a straight edge from there to there. Kind of got a line going on the sides, and then on the floor, which I might cut out anyway, I'm just gonna measure it out and use that as a bit of a straight edge for the grinder. Time to commit. So the idea is if you cut an X in the top of the carriage bolt, then you can take a hammer and a chisel and pound the top off, and that's how you can get your bed off. The nuts are seized, which I'm probably gonna end up doing for this entire bed. Luckily, these are the hardest ones. I got all the bed mounts cut, or these front two anyway. These bed bolts cut, so this should come off of here now. Alrighty, now we just got to make a cut here and then prep all this with the grinder and reattach it. I'm getting ready to throw some tack welds on here. Got the old bed section out. I might use this for patch panels later on. I got the welder out and I'm gonna throw a couple tacks on it. I got it pretty close, I think. It's not perfect, but it's probably gonna work. And nobody's gonna cry over this bed. Got the bed tacked up. It's not perfect, but nobody's perfect. Unless you're Aaron Kaufman. He's way better than me. But other than that, I mean, it looks good. The whole truck's going to be a 10-footer anyway, and the bed's rusted out, so it doesn't really matter. But I got the other side tacked up as well. Little fewer tacks here, but I think it's going to work. This right here ain't working out. That's a lot of open space, and this is where it needs to be. So I'll probably just cut a panel out of the stuff I already cut out and refill it, because that is a big hole. Smaller gaps, like 1/4 inch or so, I don't really care about, but that's like 1 inch, so it's got to be taken care of. There it is. It's not too hard, you know, Chevy guys. On the Dentsides, they only get long up front, and the backs, that's just how they are. But Chevy guys and bump side guys, they got to cut the backs and the front, so it's like a whole rigmarole there. This week, if I got some time, I'm probably going to finish tacking that up, make that patch panel and all that. And this bed's actually pretty close to being able to come off now. Since I've shortened it, it's good to see that it's made some progress this weekend. But with that, that will end this episode of McGee's Garage. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I really appreciate it. And click one of these videos over by my head if you enjoyed this one. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.